to Choose Happy Learning. So, today's topic I'm going to try to give a solution for frequently asked question. So, what if you have a free account in place and you have created a virtual machine but you're unable to access the machine? So, that is an issue. So, when you see that you cannot access the virtual machine, you might see this error like you could not connect. So, I will try to give some solutions are a basic pre-checks which can be done to avoid the situation. Yeah, let's get into the topic. So first, as usual, like we will just give like virtual machine, and here you can see the virtual machine in place. Step number one, you can check whether the virtual machine status is running or not. So I can check mark this and see up. You can start or stop the virtual machines. So you can make sure whether the machine is running. If at all, then just give start. So this will be your primary step. And apart from that, the main thing is like might be the NSG would have. So when you create a virtual machine, by default, network security group will be created by Azure. So let me show it. Just give NSG. See, I can see now we are just troubleshooting it for test VM NSG. So I'm just clicking on that. Let's see. Yeah, it is in place. So just see the rules. Okay. So we need to make sure that this inbound port rule RDP 3389 port is allow or not. We need to check the status of this because this RDP port 3389 only allows you to access the virtual machine via remote. Okay. So there are multiple ways to access, but we usually like just click here and see in the overview you can connect RDP. Yes, so download the RDP file, click on here and connect. So I will give the password here and I will just log in, or else you can very well use the run command Windows plus R and MSTSC. This command will also take you to the virtual machine. Okay, so this is like turning on and using it via RDP. So we need to make sure whether the in the NST rule this port is opened and it has the high priority. Okay, so this might solve your issue. Next thing is I will show you while creating a virtual machine. I'm just giving an example. Like while creating a virtual machine, you will fill all this data and see here by default this port is opened. But if it is going to be a web server, you can very well go ahead and open this port as well. But for now, necessary, you need to have this port open to take RDP. And another reason which you might not like, which is blocking you not using this virtual machine might be like sometimes we are just using it for a test purpose and we have not enabled it with our local machine which we are using. So in that case we need to have a public IP address in place. So sometimes this might also be a reason for not accessing this virtual machine. So you can enable that feature as well. So in the virtual machine you will have networking. See networking option. See in this networking you already have this public IP address in place. If it is not there, you can just click here, or else if you don't want you can enable. See now it is associated. I can also dissociate this. So make sure you have a public IP address when you have some it have it for some testing purpose. Okay, next, so there might be some case wherein you would have created the virtual machine now and you will try to access that after 2 3 weeks. That times you might like forgot the IP address. or like you might forgot the name of the what username, like admin name. While creating, you will enter the credentials, right? Username, password, confirm password. So what if you forget this username for administrator account? I have a comment in place. You can very well try that. So in this Azure portal itself, we have a PowerShell, a place to run this PowerShell script. This is the option up. See Cloud Shell, just click. You will have one. It will ask for a storage account you can give, and like you can just paste that command. I already have that command in place. So yes, this is that command. If you want, you can make note of that. Get AZVM. So here we need to provide the VM name. I have the test VM. So see, I'll copy this. From where did I find the VM name is, I will also show you that. So in the overview, in the virtual machines, see when I click, in the overview, see virtual machine computer name. This is a computer name. This is different. Like when you're taking RDP, no, that time it is showing here. This is the virtual machine name. But the administrator account name is like when we are entering that name, that is the username. So here just paste that command and just give enter. Just make note of this command. So I will also add this in description. So see, it is showing like I have kept the administrator username also as test VM. Okay, so I have the username in place. So what if I have forgot the password? There, that is not an issue. So in the test VM itself, just left side pan, scroll down, you can see an option for support and troubleshoot. You'll see an option for reset password. So here reset password, you need to enter the username. I have the username in place which I have taken. So test VM, and I'll give the password and confirm the password and just give update. It will give you the updated password. Okay, so next thing is like, okay, this is one step which you can follow. And if then also the issue is not fixed, then you can try another method as well. So this reset the configuration, this might fix your issue. So then you can try this and you can update it. So what if then also it is not accessed? Then you can check whether the machine, you're able to ping that particular machine or not. I already have, so I already have a mission which is in the same VNet, or I have paired the VNet. So which these both are communicating each other and they both are in the same virtual network. So what I am going to do is from here I will open the command prompt and just keep ping, paste the IP address, enter. See, it is pinging. Then the machine is healthy. And see, ping command is nothing but like it will send a random four packets to that machine and it will check whether it is receiving the packet back. So here we have the time, like the time which is taken for 182 milliseconds it has taken to send and get back the packet. Okay, so we also have another command in place which is traceat command with the same IP address. So I, this is like more in depth, like it will show how many hops it has traveled and where is the exact problem. But since it is like only one hop from here, so it is showing like one hop and it is showing the time which is taken. It has sent three packets randomly to this particular IP which I have mentioned, and trace at is complete. So you can very well go ahead and check this as well. So from the portal, basically you can check the resource health. So resource health option. See here it will show the resource is healthy or not. See, it is showing like it is available. So the resource health is good. Then boot diagnostic. Boot diagnostic is nothing but it will take the screenshot now. See this time, exactly this time. See, it is showing like this because this mission is in Korea, I guess, so it is showing that time. So in the current time, this exact time, it is taking a screenshot and showing me that the mission is healthy. Here we can see the serial logs as well. Okay, so these are all the options we can do. You can reset the password and check, and if then also it is not working, you can also like just in the virtual machine, just click. You can reboot the server. You can restart the server, and you can check whether it is working or not. Okay. Next, if in that case also it is not working, finally, you can redeploy this mission and check whether it is working or not. You can give redeploy option, but for now, in the worst case scenario, we can just give redeploy for this particular mission, and it might be up within some time. So this might be a possibly some situation, and also we have an interesting option here. Just I will show you. See here, when you scroll down, you have this run command in place. So you can automatically run a command, say ipconfig command. It has the script in place. I'm just going to give run. It will take some time. See, the script is executing. It has the DHCP in place, and it will show us the command. So meanwhile, we can also check another thing here. In networking, I have the public IP address in place, so I can check the status of this. So it is associated. So the network related informations will be found here. See, the run command is up. So here we can see the host name and whether like the DNS name. See, you can very well, without even logging in the machine, I can see, check it from here. See the IP address, which is preferred, subnet mask, lease obtained. The same you will get once you log into the machine. And from here, in the command prompt also, you can give this ipconfig command and check. So, thank you for watching. Thank you so much. Happy learning.